Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing great, and thanks to your good vibes, I'm doing pretty awesome myself. So guys, the story I'm about to share with you today, it's gonna be super interesting. Seriously, do not skip this one, not even a little bit, because if you do, you'll totally miss out on the good stuff. And believe me, if you stick around till the very end, I'll tell you what happens at the climax, you know, what it all leads to. So, let's jump right into this captivating tale, shall we? Okay, so my name is Marina. My dad, Mr. Peterson, well, I'm his only daughter. He was a super rich guy, like, money was no object for him. But God, you know, didn't give him any other kids besides me. I was his one and only girl. So, when I was in college, my dad, he decided it was time for me to get married and move out. He sent me off to my husband's place, which was like way out in a small rural town, totally in the sticks. My father-in-law, Mr. Davies, honestly, he looked younger than my own dad. He also had 2 kids, a son and a daughter. My sister-in-law, Sarah, she was still in college, and my husband, Liam, he was totally reliant on his parents. But you know what? He was a really honest kid. My dad being from the city and like surrounded by these supposedly educated but kinda clueless city boys, he really liked how simple and honest Liam was. A real country boy. He thought that was way better. So my dad married me off and sent me there. After I moved in, and like a year hadn't even passed, my husband Liam, he suddenly got this idea. He wanted to leave me, his young beautiful wife, and go abroad. His friends apparently had gone overseas and were making a ton of money. Seeing that, he also got the bug to go abroad. But my dad, he was totally against him going anywhere. My husband though, he was so set on going that my father-in-law, Mr. Davies, actually sold off some land to send him abroad. My husband flat out refused to take any help from my own dad. He was like, if I take help from my father-in-law, I'll have to bow my head, and I've never bowed my head to anyone. I've learned to stand on my own 2 feet. Whatever God has given me is enough. Honestly, I was happy to hear that. A guy who doesn't chase after other people's money. That's what my husband was like. But yeah, after we were married for about a year, he really did leave for abroad. After he left, just 6 months in, I started feeling restless. I missed my husband, you know? It's true what they say, marriage is one thing before, and totally different after. I didn't get that before, but now, I hear those stories from other women, and I totally get it now, in my bones. You realize what a struggle it is for a wife when her husband's not around. My father-in-law, Mr. Davies, he was super relaxed about all this, like really relaxed. He'd tell me, my dear daughter-in-law, whatever you need, you just tell me. Since my son has gone abroad, he'll make money, and you'll have a great future. You'll be so happy. You'll build a big house in the city. Your lives will be happy. And your own father, he's got plenty of money, so if he helps a little, and my son's money comes in too, you won't have any problems in your life. Just be patient, my dear. Then I said, Dad, honestly, I'm not waiting for money. I had a good husband, and he left for abroad. Now just being here without him, it's so hard. Dad, what am I gonna do? I miss your son so much. Then my father-in-law said, hey my dear, if you have any other problems, you can tell me freely. Just don't tell your mother-in-law. She shouldn't find out about this. I was like, Dad, what kind of talk is that? You're my father-in-law. You're supposed to help me, stand by me, support me. What does it matter if mom knows or not? What are you trying to say? What are you getting at? Then my father-in-law said, my dear, I have something really important to tell you, but you can't tell anyone. I said, okay, Dad, when will you tell me? He said, just relax, don't shout like that. Look, after dark, I'll come to your room and we'll chat a bit. At that point, I started thinking, what on earth could my father-in-law want to tell me that he has to come to my room after dark and no one else can hear it? I was getting scared, friends. Like my father-in-law's intentions didn't seem so good. And he's like, a young, strong man, you know. People on the street wouldn't even guess he has 2 grown kids, but I still thought he was simple and straightforward. Turns out, it takes time to really know a person. Then evening came. My father-in-law came to my room and said, Marina, are you in your room? I said, yes, Dad, come on in. So he came into my room and said, my dear, I want to tell you something. I said, yeah, go ahead, tell me. You said earlier you had something to tell me tonight. Well, it's evening now. Tell me what it is. Then my father-in-law said, hey, Marina, my son has been abroad for a long time now. You're a new bride. You don't have any problems, do you? I said, yeah, Dad, I do have a few problems, but how can I tell my father-in-law everything? This is stuff you tell your sister-in-law, or your brother-in-law, or friends, but you're my father-in-law. It's not right for me to tell you this. What are you trying to say, Dad? Then my father-in-law said, Hey, daughter-in-law, what does it matter if I'm your father-in-law? Why don't you just think of me as a friend? Just tell me everything. Open up a little. Lighten your heart. My dear, for the past few days, I've been watching you, and you look so sad. Your heart is heavy. You're not as cheerful as you used to be. What happened to you? Tell me. It was like he was trying to pull the words right out of my heart. Then I said, Dad, listen, I'm your daughter-in-law. If you try to get me to talk like this, you're making a mistake. Because how can I tell you how much pain I'm in without your son? This is something you can't tell just anyone. It's only for my sister-in-law or a close friend. Would you even want to hear it? Then he said, Yes, I came here to listen to it. Tell me, my dear. Then I said, Dad, even though I'm your daughter-in-law, look at me like a daughter. You're changing your whole attitude. I don't quite understand what you're trying to say. Please, just leave my room. Then my father-in-law said, Hey, my dear, you're surely not upset with me, are you? There's nothing to be upset about. Come on, tell me, without any hesitation, what's your problem? Then I said, Oh, so you really have to hear it, huh? Your son isn't here. He left 6 months ago, after being married to me for just a year. He left a beautiful wife like me behind. Don't you think I'm hurting? Things were one way before marriage, and now, after marriage, the way my husband and I used to live, sleep together, everything he used to do with his wife. I'm abstaining from all that, and I don't like it. Do you really want to hear all this? Should I say more? Then my father-in-law said, Yes, my dear, tell me. I'm enjoying this story so much. This is exactly what I wanted to hear from you. Why wouldn't you tell me? Did I react badly or something? My dear, just tell me honestly, with a simple heart. So I started laughing and sharing even more with my father-in-law. Then he said to me, Marina, I want to take you somewhere. My friend invited me to his house. Will you come with me? I said, Dad, me going somewhere with you? I mean, if my mother-in-law lets me, I'll go. But if she doesn't, then I can't go with you, because I respect my mother-in-law a lot. Then he said, No, there's no need to tell your mother-in-law about this. I'll handle her. You just give me your consent. Just tell me if you'll go or not. I said, Yeah, I'll go with you. What's the problem? Then my father-in-law said, Okay, so next Friday let's go to my friend's house and stay for 2 days. We haven't gone out in a long time and I can never take my daughter anywhere. She just understands studying, nothing else. She never wants to go anywhere. There's no joy or excitement in her. But looking at you, since you're from a wealthy family, I figure you're used to going out and about. I understand that. Let's go. I'll take you out a bit. It'll lighten your heart, since my son isn't home. I said, Dad, I can go, but on one condition. We can't stay overnight. Like we go during the day and come back the same day. Then my father-in-law said, No, he's a very close friend of mine. If we go to his house, he'll arrange all sorts of things, food, lodging. He won't let me leave after just 1 or 2 days. He's a stubborn man. Then I said, Okay, Dad. So with a simple heart, I set off on this journey with him. Well, Friday came. On Friday morning, I went with my father-in-law to his friend's house. With a pure heart, friends. Then, what happened next? Listen carefully. When we got there, my father-in-law's friend, oh my goodness, he had arranged so many things. Goat meat, beef, fried gourd leaves, all kinds of vegetables, so many different dishes. Wow, it filled my heart with joy. And it felt like my father-in-law's friend loved him so much. He was so happy to see my father-in-law and that his daughter-in-law was with him. And when you see a beautiful daughter-in-law, everyone wants to welcome her like that, right, friends? I'm a bit on the plumper side, not skinny, but I'm fair-skinned. When I walk down the street, 5 guys just stare at me, transfixed. So when a daughter-in-law like me goes to a place with her father-in-law, how can they not arrange things for us? Anyway, we spent the whole day roaming around here and there. Evening came. Then my father-in-law's friend, he asked me, My dear, are you having any problems? I said, Oh, I have no problems at all. So then it was time to sleep. We were talking and it was almost 11 p.m. Then my father-in-law's friend, he said, My dear, where will you sleep? You can go sleep with your auntie. Then my father-in-law suddenly spoke up. No, my daughter-in-law will stay with me. She doesn't like sleeping in strange new places. I thought, what the heck? He's made a decision for me to sleep with him without even asking me. What's his intention? For the past few days he's been acting so weird with me. I just can't figure out what's going on. I don't understand anything. Then my father-in-law suddenly said to me, "Marina, you don't have any objections, do you, that you and I will be in this room?" I said, "I have no problem. You brought me to your friend's house. Whether you want me to stay in the cowshed, on the roof, in a ditch, or sleep on the floor, that's entirely up to you. I have no objections." And my father-in-law seemed so happy to hear that. So anyway, my father-in-law called me into a room and we lay down there. I told my father-in-law's friend, "Uncle, I'll sleep on the floor, and my father-in-law can sleep on the cot." He said, "Yeah, however you two want to sleep, father and daughter-in-law, you sleep. Once the night is over, we'll go around tomorrow and show you everything in our area." Anyway, we closed the door. I put my father-in-law's bed on the cot and my bed on the floor. Then, I was just on my phone, browse, and it was past 11 p.m., like 1 a.m., and my father-in-law was tossing and turning. He wasn't sleeping. Every now and then he'd say, "Marina, aren't you going to sleep? It's so late and you're still on your phone?" I started thinking, he wants to tell me something, but he doesn't have the courage to say it directly. He couldn't sleep and I was on my phone, so what was his problem? He could have just slept. Then I said, "Dad, you should sleep. Are you having trouble sleeping?" Then my father-in-law said, "No, my dear, why don't you come and sleep near me? I don't feel good. Sometimes I get sleep paralysis at night, and I make noises. I don't like it. When that happens, your mother-in-law usually pushes me, and I go back to normal." So, thinking about that, I picked up my pillow and went to sleep next to my father-in-law. I tried to sleep. Now I see my father-in-law moving one leg towards me. I said, "Dad, no. Get a body pillow from that house. I'm your daughter-in-law. Why are you acting like this with me? Go to sleep. It's so late and you're still not sleeping." My father-in-law said, "No, my dear. I can't sleep. I want to tell you something. Tonight is the chance. You'll never tell anyone, right?" I said, No, there's no one else here, Dad. Just you and me. What do you want to say? Why are you so hesitant?" Then my father-in-law said to me, "My dear, when you bathe, I've been watching you for a few days from the side. When you change clothes, I've been watching that too. I really liked you, my dear. But how do I tell you this? I just blurted it out today. Please don't mind. I really like seeing you. I always want to be by your side. I want to talk to you for a while." Then I thought, my father-in-law has been watching me bathe and change clothes. What kind of talk is that? I said, "Why were you watching? Why were you looking? That's so wrong of you. It's not right to watch." Then my father-in-law said, "My dear, I just really like looking at you. Your mother-in-law has gotten old. I don't like her anymore. Don't you see? We've come to my friend's house. You understand, don't you? All this was just for the hope of this night." Then I said, "Dad, what are you starting? What are you saying? What are your real intentions? Just tell me. Don't whisper like this." My father-in-law was speechless listening to me. He said, "Don't get angry, my dear. Just think calmly about what I said." Then I thought, my father-in-law surely wants something from me, and my husband isn't home either, and I'm not feeling good. Sometimes my father-in-law would accidentally put his hand on me while talking, and I'd move it away. We kept turning and turning like that until 3 a.m. Then, annoyed, I said to my father-in-law, "Dad, what do you want? What are you saying?" Then my father-in-law said, "Hey, my dear, please, just for tonight. I mean, you understand what I'm talking about, right?" Then I said, "Yeah, I get it. Go ahead, let your wish be fulfilled. For this stupid crap, for this nonsense, you've been whispering and making all sorts of noises since evening. Come on, go ahead. Your son isn't here anyway and I don't feel good either. Go on." Hearing that, my father-in-law was so happy, he literally jumped up. Like, how happy he was. He hugged me tightly and, you know, what kind of affection he showed me. Friends, he just poured out his love on me. He was so happy. Oh, and he wasn't just happy, both he and his son treated me so wonderfully and with so much love. Anyway, that night passed, and I really liked it, friends. My father-in-law's behavior, his sweet words, and how beautifully he could. You know, it really impressed me. Then I said to my father-in-law, "Dad, you're still good, aren't you? You're still in good shape. Why didn't you say so earlier? You could have just said it simply. Come on, when we go home, I'll give you many opportunities. You'll be with me like this. We'll continue, okay?" Then my father-in-law said, "Yeah, my dear. At home, your mother-in-law watches me very closely. She follows me around to see where I go, what I do, who I talk to, who I whisper with. Your mother-in-law looks at me with such suspicion, you know. That's why I don't find peace at home. I can't talk to you. If I want to say something, I have to come to you in secret. Look how much opportunity we have here at my friend's house." Then I said, "Dad, then let's stay at your friend's house for at least 2 or 3 more days. I really liked it last night too, talking with you, and then, I slept so well. It really felt good." Hearing this, my father-in-law was even happier. I looked at his face, and he was so happy. It was beyond imagination. Then my father-in-law said, "Yeah, my dear, I was thinking all this time that you might get annoyed and want to go home, but since you're saying you want to stay yourself, that's even better for me." Hearing this, I just smiled a little. My father-in-law was so obsessed and crazy about this. He loves me so much. Then, the next night came, just like the previous one. 3 times, in that same way, he behaved beautifully with me. I really liked it. Then I thought, whenever my husband comes home, he comes. The way my father-in-law is acting with me, it's really good. Going around with him, staying at his friend's house, experiencing new things, breaking my father-in-law's shyness, the 2 of us, father-in-law and daughter-in-law, becoming so free with each other. It all felt so good. I was completely captivated. I felt like staying there for 2, 4, or 5 more nights. I didn't want to leave. I mean, whenever I think of that night, I want to stay again. But how long can you stay at a friend's house, right? It becomes embarrassing. Then I told my father-in-law, "Dad, come on, let's go home. When we get home, I'll make opportunities for you myself, so Mom won't understand anything at all. And listen, you shouldn't act like this with me at home all the time, like openly. You should act like you did before, but so my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law don't suspect anything, you understand? And you should arrange for your son to come home quickly. If he doesn't come, I'll get mad and go back to my dad's house." Then, friends, we just came home. From there, and my father-in-law and I continued to have a very good time, day after day. Whenever my father-in-law wanted to take me somewhere, I would run off with him. He used to bring me new clothes. He loved me so much. He'd bring new food items, different types of dishes. I didn't even want to go back to my dad's house anymore. I mean, my father-in-law started loving me so much that I was totally captivated by his love. Friends. From then on, it continued. Meanwhile, my sister-in-law also got married and moved out, so the house became even emptier for us. Even better for us. My father-in-law seemed to get younger day by day. His appearance and health improved, and I also started gaining weight. So friends, my life continued like this. My husband also came home after 3 years, bringing a lot of money with him. We built a house in the city. My dad also helped a little, and my life became wonderfully settled. And my father-in-law, well, I had to give him a little opportunity now and then, right? So friends, how did you like this story? If you liked it, if you found even a little bit of entertainment in this story, then I suggest or request that you subscribe to this channel right now, give the video a like, and share it with your close friends so they get a chance to hear it too. And yes, friends, tomorrow I'm bringing an even more beautiful story. But until then, you all stay well, take care of your health, take care of your family, and send your little child to school regularly. With this expectation, bye-bye, take care.